Okay, so today we are going to talk about the effective workshop presentation class. We are going to talk about this class, what it is about, and some of the main point and topics that we saw in this class. So first, we are going to develop this presentation talking about what is this class about, and in this part, we divided this presentation, or well, this part of the presentation, in three main points. What is this class about? We are talking that this class is about the effective presentation techniques, knowing how to use these techniques and on when you are delivering a presentation or doing a presentation. Also, we are going to talk about the audience and center approach, how to approach your audience, how to know who you're talking to, how to direct different subjects. And we are also going to talk about the structured content development, how to structure your content on the presentation, how to put a certain information first to know that your audience will get the information in the best way. Okay, so let's recall a little bit about this class, this presentation, and it is that in this class you will learn how to, you will learn how to be equipped with different tools that will help you to deliver your presentations in the best way, but also you will learn that you are not only going to have these tools as an informative way, but it will also help you in your future, like the way you present, when you are saying certain topics, or when you're trying to explain something and you need certain objective to your audience. This will help you a lot in those times, specifically in certain examples with your audience. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the main points that we're going to learn in this class. This part is really important when we are talking about what we want to express in this class, the things that we are going to learn. So we're going to resume these points. Okay, so in the first point, we have that is really important that you prepare and you practice your presentation before doing it explaining it to your audience. This means that when you're going to give a presentation, you need to know the information that you are going to say, but also how you're going to say it, the main points that you want to put on your audience, because it is really important that you explain the points very well to your audience. So in this way, your audience will get the information that they want and the information that is going to be important to them. Also, another point is to gain your audience by different body language, or the eye contact, or even the vocal variation that you have while you're presenting. This will make the presentation, or even the person that is presenting, gain more confidence over the audience. If you move your body center way, for example, you are moving your hands, you know that you're standing really like with a lot of power because you know the information. This will help you a lot with your audience, because in this way you are showing the audience that you know what you're talking about, and that the information that you are delivering, it is also really important for them, so it will make them pay attention to you. So now, talking about this kind of points, we're also going to talk about how you structure your presentation. This is the other point that we're going to develop in here. This is really important. Why? Because if you structure your presentation in a way that the audience will not understand, or will not make the order of what you want to say, this will make the audience really confused. They don't know what you're talking about. So the objective of your presentation will not be done. So it is really important that you know how to express the things that you want to say, but also that you know how to structure this information in the presentation that you're giving. For example, right now we have a presentation and we knew how to structure it. We put the points in certain ways so the audience that is going to see it, the audience that is seeing it right now, know how to put on in certain order, because we are already giving them that order. Okay, so now the next point is tailoring your presentation to your audience so it will improve the ability to communicate with different groups. Let's remember that this is really important. You never know which group you're going to talk about, or even if you know the group that you're going to present, the presentation that you have, the information, or even the subject that you have, it is really important that you know how to tolerate, that you know how to manage it in different audience. And so now, with these points that they were presented, we also thought that it was really important for us to share different tips on how this workshop is really useful for each student, or even if it's not a student, how this class or this workshop it is really useful for someone who's actually learning how to develop in this part of knowing how to present or knowing how to be more confident in a world of people who are usually trying to express different subjects or express different things to the people. Okay, so one of the first tips that we have is the use of body language effectively. Like I already explained before, when you express this type or this kind of situations with your body, you know how to move yourself with confidence. You know how to make certain things when you're explaining. It is really important to do these kind of things. Now, another tip that we also saw is that you need to incorporate more interactive elements. When you're putting a presentation and you only put like a certain word or a lot of text, that makes the presentation like really boring, especially for someone who the method that they have for learning is something visual. So you need to put like certain points. Maybe you need to put just little works, like for example this part of the presentation that we have here, that is just like certain works or certain parts that we thought were important. We put it, we organize it in a way that it makes it like more visual for the person to see, and we also put like two little images like represent the things that we're talking about. We wanted to make this part a little bit more for the text, so the people that see the presentation will see the main points, that it is the important part, but they also see something else, something different. So that's why you need to use a little bit more like visual interactive elements. Another tip that we found really important would be to tailor the content to the audience. Like I already said before, it is really important to do it because in this way you're preparing yourself for the audience that you're going to have. Now, another tip is to put emphasis on the voice control. You need to control your voice, because if you want to express, let's say for example, right now my voice is really slow because I want you to understand the things that I'm saying, and there are different points. So for me, it's really important to take it a little bit slow, but not that slow. It's just like a normal voice. But if you want to express something with certain emotions, for example, you are going to a part of your presentation where you want this information to be expressed like something happy, something really cool, you express it with a certain voice. Now, another tip that we also have is we prepare and practice. It is really important to practice for your presentation so you know what you're going to say. Be confident, and confident is such a key when you're delivering in your presentation. And also use technology to enhance your presentation will help you to improve, because right now nowadays technology is something that really helps us to continue improving on how we do presentation, and even how we develop the presentation that we have and the visuals that we're going to be showing.
Finally, the feedback provided per activity was very thorough. When uploading an activity, our teacher took time in reading the work and spotting areas where we could improve, telling us our mistakes and how to correct. What did we like about the workshop? We liked that some of the content wasn't only destined to be used in presentation or expositions. Some things like how to project our voice or how to engage in a conversation can be used in day-to-day scope. The communicator with our teacher was, in one word, efficient. Most teachers would limit themselves to just posting about the classes or the homework, but our teacher took time to post tips and vocabulary that might come in handy in different situations.
Provides examples of how you are using or will use that knowledge you are current. I'm currently using that knowledge to organize and deliver more structured and engaging presentation in my classes. In my daily life, I use my knowledge in. What did you like the least? I like the least that some topics were repetitive. Not like literally the topic, but sometimes we see the same things. Like in this class in English, like in the past semester, in the past, in the past, in the past. And sometimes we only see the same things and it's like not cool or not funny or not interesting. And the focus on basic concepts sometimes slow the pace of the workshops. Sometimes I think our um, homeworks like it's basically the information, and I can't learn more for the topic because I already know things about the topic. Because in my opinion, some topics are so basic. The communication through Canva, WhatsApp, and Teams was so efficient. The communication was efficient and well organized, making it easy to access materials and stay upgraded. I remember 2 or 3 times that I need to talk with the teacher and I sent a WhatsApp message and she was helping me in WhatsApp and view my message at the time. However, there were occasional technical issues with Teams. I remember the first time I want to enter a team, I can't because it's like a little bit of difficult the first time because you need to be in a group and the link it's not already sometimes in that Teams. In another time, I remember I was in the class and I wanted to present a debate, and someone in the classmate was put off um, the students of the class, and one student wants me, so it's was difficult that time. However, that was the unique time that I have the problem with Teams. In Canva, sometimes we see a topic or homework or whatever, and the teacher put a lot of different things in WhatsApp, but not about the homework or about the workshop. It's about tips and skills and things like that it's not like the teacher need to put in WhatsApp, it's that the teacher want to put in WhatsApp, and I'm so grateful for the tips that the teacher make me and make to my classmates because it was so helpful, so because it was so sweetie and helped me the tips in my daily life and in this material. Thank you.